The Sigil update is here, and everywhere I go and everywhere I open up to read a chat, everybody's saying that this is going to kill the game, etc, etc. And quite honestly, these are things that I have heard plenty of times before, whether it's Lords Mobile, Castle Clash, you name it, it's been said already. So is it really that bad, or are people over exaggerating, and those same people that are saying it's going to kill the game, are those same people going to be playing months from now? Well, let's go ahead and dive into the meat and potatoes of this update. Now, if you actually go into the news, they have this little Q&A just to go over some sigils and the things that you need to know. Now, we're going to go over here because a lot of people failed to even go into this section and do their own homework and read what they need to know. They just kind of follow what everybody's saying. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sigils. Question 1. Why can't I see the new sigils? I tried to inlay a sigil, but loading keeps circling. Blah, 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 etc. It basically means you have the old version. You need to update. That's perfectly fine. Great. Can any jewel be inlaid in sigil slots? Are there any special requirements? If you didn't already know, that fourth jewel slot that we have been waiting for since basically the beginning of the game, it basically became the sigil slot. So you can only inlay sigils in sigil slots. Sigil slots 4th slot on equipment look different compared to the first 3 jewel slots. You must also research technology to unlock sigil slots, which we will get to after this. I inlaid the shadow sigil, but the skill didn't work. The sigil skill will not work if the equipment it is inlaid in is of a higher grade than the sigil's grade. So the sigils, kind of like the items that we're used to work, they're gonna have common, uncommon, rare, etc, all the way up to legendary grade. And if that grade doesn't match the equipment, it will not work. Essentially, it's what it's coming down to. Now, can I remove an inlaid sigil? Yes. Sigils have the same rules as jewels in regards to removing and fusing. So if you know jewels, you already know how this is gonna work. You must use extractors, a new item, to extract sigils from equipment without destroying it. So again, pretty much is working like jewels. How many types of sigils are there? Now, there are currently 2 sigils, the Wolfpack sigil and the Shadow sigil. This is very important because this is the most important thing right here. There's really only 2 right now, Wolfpack and Shadow sigil, which we will go over. Now, here is where it gets interesting and where a lot of times people dismiss this kind of information and think it's all doom and gloom, but just check this out. The Wolfpack sigil skill increases rally attack, and in red it says only for wonders, forts, base, royal wonders, district wonder, not on your castle. That's very, very important. Based on the total number of Wolfpack sigils inlaid on rally participants equipment, not the rally captain. No, it goes off of who is joining the rally. So it's not all up on one person to have everything and then everybody benefits. This time around, the rally participants are the ones that are going to be actually contributing to this stat. Now, the Shadow Sigil can go up to, I believe it's been said, it's like 100% army attack, which is a lot. But when you actually start thinking about who this is really for, these are for the people that are just the whales of the game, the people that are fighting in Baron and in Wonders, the ones that are in these battles for days on end. If you're not one of these people, then this Wolfpack Sigil is not going to impact you whatsoever. If you don't find yourself fighting for forts or bases in a regular basis, then this Wolfpack Sigil is going to have no impact whatsoever. So, one down. Like I said, Wolfpack Sigil is basically just for the whales of the game. That's not going to affect anybody else at this point in time anyways. So, is there a limit to the Wolfpack Sigil skill? And actually, I think this is where it says it. Yes, each player can contribute a maximum of 320 wolf or pack attack. Each rally army can have a maximum of 1600 pack attack, which, like I was mentioning, it says 100% rally attack. You can view this number when sending troops on when viewing the page for the rally. So, once again, that is basically just for the whales of the games, the one that are fighting for forts, bases, etc. on a regular basis. If that's you, then it's going to affect you. But if that is your guild, if your guild is one that fights constantly for bases and wonders and all of that, then you're probably going to have people that are going to be getting this anyway. So now about the other one, and let me actually go into the shop and show you guys where they're at. So let's take a look. I think they're up here somewhere. Where are they? There we go. The Wolfpack Sigil. So for $5 you get 4 of these sigils. Of course, it's gonna keep going on up and up and up. But again, if you're not one to fighting Wonder Wars, then this really isn't for you, right? Now here's the one that gets a little interesting. Shadow Sigil. Shadow Sigil, it says it hides your common equipment from others. Now of course that just means common. Here is the thing. If this sigil is only to hide your gear, people have already been doing this without sigils. What do I mean by that? Okay, if I am rallying, and let's just say that I'm gonna be rallying with a range rally, right? A lot of times, this is the gear that I'm going to be showing. I'm not actually going to be showing my gear. If I am looking to be rallied and trap somebody, I'm gonna be sitting in monster gear. I'm not gonna be doing it in like my cavalry gear and showing my attack gear. So if the sigil for the shadow sigil is just to hide your gear, there's already a better way to do it. Let me show you exactly what I mean by that. The one person I know has this is Sugar Pain. I believe he has it, right? Alright, so there you go. Sugar Pain. As you can tell, we can't really see his gear. But if we're gonna be rallying somebody and I see this, okay, yeah, you're hiding your gear, but the first thing that's on my mind is, okay, wait a minute, we probably shouldn't rally this guy because this guy spends his fair share and it's probably gonna be not so good to rally this guy. If I was actually baiting for a rally, I would just sit on your monster gear. Yeah, you can see the gear that I have on, but because you see the gear that I have on, it's gonna be much easier to actually come and rally me and trap some people and whatever. Now, of course, I know that 900 million might isn't something that people rally every day, but let's say 400 million, 500 million, you're baiting, you're a rally trap. You don't want to use those shadow sigils. You just want to use this kind of gear. So, shadow sigils, yeah, in technicality, it's cool to hide your gear, but who is that really going to affect? And if it does affect you, is there a better way to already hide your gear? In my honest opinion, yes. So, as far as the sigils go, I don't really think they're a big deal, especially the 2 that are out right now. So I feel like the people that are saying that this is going to kill the game and whatnot, they're exaggerating just a little bit. But I will say this update is undoubtedly a pay-to-play update. Like, I don't think anybody can actually say otherwise. There's really not much free-to-play in this update, and the research is where you can obviously see that that's definitely the case. So resource harvesting, we've had that before. Obviously this is the 3rd one. So we go over here, right, and we go to research. Might 5,000, okay, that's nothing. 4 hours, that's what you would expect for the first thing in a research tree. But then you start looking at archaic tome and you're thinking, okay, well, what's an archaic tome? And you see here, and for one, you're talking 900 gems. Now you're thinking, okay, wait a minute. If the very first research that basically take no time at all takes 1 archaic tome and 1 equals 900 gems, I can only imagine the ones all the way at the end, which, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look. 672 for the very last one. Okay, let me just tell you right now, that's a lot. All right, let me see what they have here. 15. I bet you by the time 9 or 10 gets there, archaic tomes are going to be in the hundreds as well. So the one thing in this update that I feel it's a bit much are these archaic tomes. Like, if you're going to be upgrading a building to level 25, then okay, I can see you having to use like a special items that you pay gems for. I get it. But for every single research, I feel like this was a bit of a reach. Just a bit. But here is where I would tell people, this is a tree that you don't necessarily have to max out unless you're just like a really big spender. And if you feel like you want to dabble into this, there is a pack that, in my honest opinion, is pretty good. You go to Archaic Tome. Now for $5, you get 85 of them. Now, is that like a ton? Probably not. In the grand scheme of things, it's probably not like a ton. But if you just want to start dabbling into that tree, get some of the benefits there, you can start getting the $5 packs as it comes out. Maybe if you're a higher spender, maybe go 5 and 20, depending on what you feel comfortable with. And 85 every time the $5 pack comes out is not too bad. Now, it's not for everybody, and like I said, it's obviously not a free-to-play update, but you just gotta go at your own pace. And this is what I mean when I say a lot of people are saying that this update is gonna kill the game. This update specifically is not gonna kill the game, because there's nothing here that is just gonna just massively make the gap between free-to-play and pay-to-play that much bigger. Like, it's already so massive that this isn't really gonna be like the breaking point. Like, if you weren't in the breaking point already, like 11,000 heroes and whatnot, then this isn't going to be the breaking point. The only thing that I do worry though, however, is that we know that these two sigils, let me go back to them. Where are they? There they are. These two sigils, as of right now, Wolfpack sigil and this shadow sigil, they're not really that impactful unless you're just fighting for forts a lot. But we both know that these are not the only sigils that are going to be out. We all know that maybe, I don't know how fast they're going to be releasing them, maybe in a couple months, maybe next update, I don't know. But we all know that there are more sigils coming out, and I really do hope that they don't overextend their hand. And hopefully the sigils that do come out is kind of like this shadow sigil. You can hide your gear, maybe do something more economically, like gather, whatever, something like that, where it doesn't really change much. But that's where I'm kind of like, we'll have to see how that all shapes up. But as it stands, sigils are not gonna break the game. The thing that I have the most issue with is the Archaic Tomes. And really, if you buy the $5 packs here and there, you'll be fine. Like, if you have all the other trees done and you don't want to just massively overspend for this tree, just buy the $5 packs. By the time you use those 85, the pack will probably be around again, and you can start using it again. So like I said, go at your own pace. But yeah, that's what I feel about the update as of right now. I feel like it's fine. It's not a free-to-play update. Nobody can dispute that. It's definitely a pay-to-play update, but I don't think it breaks the game. Like, the game already has such a massive gap that this isn't the update that's gonna be like, whoa, oh my god. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think so far of the update. It did just come out, so obviously we will have to play around with it some more, see how it all shapes up. This is pretty much just initial reactions. But yeah, I'll be interested to see what you guys say in the comment section and what you guys think. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching, and until later, bye.